So there's been tons of talk about Sora for Smash, as multiple clickbait articles have been making the rounds and absolutely spinning the reality of the situation out of control. So let's jump into this and clear things up. So the word on the street is that Sora has been air quote deconfirmed for Smash Ultimate by Imran Khan, who is a somewhat popular and credible journalist who often has insider knowledge about things in the gaming industry. And I preface this by saying Khan does have a great track record and usually doesn't leak that many things, only things he's confident in. But there's a problem in this particular case. These clickbait articles don't even bother to define the reality of what Khan said and instead go for something with a booming headline like Sora being vetoed by Disney. Khan never even said this, and to prove that, let's return to the scene of the crime where everything took place, the 2020 game predictions on the Kinda Funny Games cast.
I really think that the conversations happened for Sora, the conversations happened for Chief.
Yeah, no, they absolutely approached Disney about it once.
So it's like, will this go down? I don't know. But
is it Disney that's keeping Sora from being in Smash?
Yes, Disney Japan specifically.
And ladies and gentlemen, that right there is your Sora deconfirmation, according to the internet. But Khan never even outright says that Sora is out of the running. In fact, let's take you back to the start of the Smash Bros talk in this very podcast. Khan himself was the person who brought up Smash, and this is what he had to say to kick off the discussion.
For Smash Brothers, I don't know if this is going to be 2020 or within the next, because the Fighter Pass has just been revealed, so I'm going to count it as this year. I think we either get Master Chief or Sora.
So now I'm sure you must be a little confused, right? Why would Khan say that he thinks Sora or Master Chief will be in this pass, only to talk about Disney Japan possibly hindering the process later on? Because this is not a deconfirmation, it's speculation on his part. It makes absolutely no sense to lead off the segment with a statement that says, I think Master Chief or Sora will be in, if he already, air quote, knows Sora is out of the running. That just doesn't have any logic behind it. This has all been blown out of proportion by hot takes and the need to get clicks for these clickbait article sites. And I get it. It's the formula that works. If those articles told the truth and said something like, Gaming Insider speculates Disney Japan may hinder Sora from getting into Smash, that just doesn't get nearly as many clicks and eyeballs as saying Disney vetoes Sora from joining Smash Bros. Ultimate. Of course, no one takes time to actually check context of the video and what was actually said. Sadly, that's the society we live in, but I digress. Even the situation itself doesn't make much sense. I mean, think about it. Disney is primarily an American entity. You're telling me that their much smaller subsidiary in Japan would be able to rule Sora out by themselves alone? That just doesn't make any sense at all. If Disney America wanted Sora in Smash, it doesn't matter what Disney Japan said. They would force him in there because they have the authority to do so. They are Disney. Furthermore, to me it would make more sense that if there was a query for Sora to get into Smash Bros, the first place it would start would be at Disney Interactive, since they are the division of Disney that works on the Kingdom Hearts series with Square Enix. If anything, I believe they would be the part of Disney that is in charge of this at the start of things, and again, that part of Disney is based in the West, not in Japan. So I just cannot fathom how Disney Japan, which mind you is not even a corporate office for Disney, it's a subsidiary for distribution and marketing. I cannot fathom how they would have any say about whether or not Sora got into Smash. And in reality, Disney vetoing Sora in Smash really just doesn't fit their MO. If you haven't paid attention at all in recent years, crossovers have kind of become their thing on both sides. We all know about Bowser and Wreck-It Ralph, but Disney also let Wreck-It Ralph venture out into Sonic and the All-Stars Racing Transformed, and that's just the surface. Thanos was in Fortnite twice, along with the Avengers weapons, and now Star Wars characters are roaming around as well. Disney has been all about crossovers lately. Why? Because Disney's primary focus at the end of the day is money. That's their bottom line. And shoving their characters into places that can make them money is something they don't mind doing. And Smash Bros. Ultimate is now being touted as the most sold fighting game of all time, regardless of whether Sakurai wants to accept that title or not. There's no doubt in my mind that Disney would love to get their hands on the money that Sora would bring to them by having representation in the Smash Ultimate Fighter Pass. Sora in Smash is almost like a no-brainer for Disney just because of how similarly the series line up with one another. Smash is a giant crossover entity, possibly the largest in gaming history, and Kingdom Hearts is literally the exact same thing for Disney. It's a giant crossover entity of a lot of their own creations. They mirror each other's philosophies to a certain extent, even though the genre of the games are vastly different, of course. Personally, I've always thought that if Sora doesn't make it into Smash, it will just be because Nintendo was unwilling to cut Disney enough of the pie that they were asking for. And funnily enough, someone can correct me if I am wrong about this, but I don't think we have ever, in the history of Smash Bros, gotten confirmation that a company refused Sakurai and Nintendo's invitation for their character to be in Smash Bros. Not once in the history of this game. Even Cloud, as big as he is, got in. Tons of gaming icons have got in. Sonic, Pac-Man, Solid Snake. No one has refused, that invitation. And there's a reason for that. Because Smash Bros is literally a household name at this point. It's a giant entity. Why would anyone turn down the opportunity to get their character into that game? It's such great publicity for your game and your character that it just doesn't make sense to say no, especially in Ultimate's case being, as I said, the largest selling fighting game of all time. It takes me back to the article that was posted about Doomslayer's chances from Doom Eternal's director, where he said this about Doomslayer for Smash. We've never been approached and said, hey, can Doom Guy be in Smash Bros? But we're open-minded if they want to ask, but we hear it all the time from fans. Who would say no? And he's exactly right. Who would say no to this opportunity? This is coming from the director of one of the most legendary shooters in gaming history. If someone that big expresses that opinion, it's clear to see how developers and directors think about Smash Bros and the chance of getting their character into the game. So the bottom line is this: Sora is not deconfirmed. Do not blindly follow these clickbait articles whose only job is to get you to visit their site. Khan himself doesn't even deconfirm Sora in the video, and it is more about speculation than actually deconfirming a character. He even says he thinks Sora has a chance of getting into the game, implying this is all just speculation anyway on who could be a heavy hitter for the Fighter Pass number 2. Now Sora may still not make it in, but I personally don't think anyone would know this far out if he was or wasn't in, and I definitely do not think that Disney Japan would be able to stop Sora from getting into the game. They don't have nearly enough sway on the matter to do something like that, but one thing is for certain. With all the buzz that has come from these articles, and more eyes on Sora now than ever, and especially with Disney's name specifically being brought up as a barrier, they will surely see the demand for the character one way or the other. That being said, guys, it does wrap up this video, so please let me know your thoughts on the clickbait situation and what your thoughts were on the whole matter. As always, don't forget to subscribe with notifications on to stay up to date with future content. Social media links are down below. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.